Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneit's Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Mars, which is in the sign of Taurus, will make its move out of Taurus zodiac sign, but a very unique movement outside Taurus. Mars will make its move in the sign of Gemini on 18th of October. Now remember, this is also the duration when Ketu changes its nakshatra to Swati nakshatra. I will make another video for that. Please subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss that video and notifications. Also, you can follow me on Telegram for links, Instagram for reels and other interesting stuff. For consultations, you can drop me an email. Let's understand what the Mars movement, a brief movement in the sign of Gemini, because Mars, when it will move in the natural third house, it will become retrograde on 30th of October. Now this 31st October retrogression of Mars is hardly happening around 1.5 degrees, 1.5 degree of Gemini zodiac sign in Mrigashira nakshatra. Let's decode this transit and understand what this entire game of Mars in Gemini is all about. And for retrogression, I will make another video. Let's understand a brief but a sharp movement of Mars. Mars is a planet of power. Mars is a planet of aggression, action. Mars is a planet that gives you energy to take initiatives in life. Now that planet, when it moves to the Gemini zodiac sign, which is called zodiac of duality, it is a zodiac of communication. It is a zodiac where two people meet. It is the initiative. It is like your 2 hands and 10 fingers. You can do something with it. You can create something. You can express yourself. You can write. And when Mars goes in this house, this means this is going to affect the writing, the speaking, the free speech, the ability to communicate. And all this is going to come wonderfully together to give you some real benefits in your day-to-day activity, in your day-to-day life. This is the best time to give up on lethargy. Start your life in a very active mode. Start your day with smaller activity and smaller targets, because to understand Mars, you need to understand a disciplined lifestyle, a targeted lifestyle where you are achieving something, you are fulfilling and meeting your targets. And if you do that on a day-to-day basis, it will impact your moon, it will impact your mind, it will help you recover from any kind of anxiety. And even if things are slower in your life, you will be able to have some compensation, a psychological compensation, but a much needed one. So Mars is an energy that is vital to life. And when it goes in Gemini, this definitely means that anger should be kept at bay. And that is why these small day-to-day goals will keep the frustration away and will allow your mind to be more engaged in meaningful activities. Now this Mars is not going to travel far into the Mithun Rashi. Hardly it will be in some certain degree, 1.5 degree, and then it will become retrograde and fall back to Taurus. But during this time of Mars in Gemini, lot of events are happening. First being the transit of Ketu in Swati nakshatra. Why is this important? Because Ketu will be in the sign of Libra, whereas Mars will be in the sign of Gemini. So they will be forming this trine. That means this Mars in Mrigashira will give you this wave of ideas and wave of solutions, and you will have to pick one. But this will definitely mean that you will have to take that smarter route. You will have to find an innovative solution, and the traditional solution, the traditional path might not work for you. So you may have to take those bold decisions. You may also have to work your way out, force yourself to do something. But if you feel the lack of energy, that is when these smaller goals like making your bed, doing something about yourself, grooming yourself, working on your speech, writing down something, expressing yourself in different ways, that will come handy. Because if you don't, then this will become a volcano, a simmering pressure cooker. Because Gemini is all about air, and when Mars goes there, it heats up the air. It makes the air dynamic. It is like the storm, and whenever there is a flow of air, there is always a chance that the fire can just extend beyond its usual limits. And Mars, being that angry planet, irritated by the slowness of Taurus, can suddenly take decisions that should not have been taken. So be very, very careful on what decisions you want to make in your life, because the decisions that you will make during Mars transit in Gemini zodiac sign, just because you were frustrated from past couple of months, will be extremely difficult to manage if they prove to be wrong, or if they backfire. Mrigshira also means that this is a mind that is what you call as chanchal, dynamic. That means a lot of thoughts will come in your mind. The energy will be all over the place. So you will have to collect that energy. And that is why discipline will be needed during Mars transit. Ketu is more important because on 25th of October, there is a partial solar eclipse. I will make that video also. Partial solar eclipse will happen on the sign of Libra. And this is why Mars will find its productivity, its expression through Libra and through solar eclipse. So it can take that dark annotation. So you will have to be very careful how and where you are applying your energy and emotions, because then if there's a very high chance that you might apply everything, but the end result may not please you, that may surprise you, that may irritate you. So be very careful and plan, and then only give your time, money and effort. Also, when Mars goes in this zodiac sign, the 8th aspect of Mars will be on Shani. That is also one of the things that happens during this transit. Now, when the 8th aspect is on Saturn, it is definitely going to help you get rid of, that clutches of Shani, the restriction of Shani, and that frees you. This also can be very useful for people involved in tourism, vlogging, traveling, because that will give that energy, that vitality, that smart touch, and also will free you from any such restriction. Henceforth, praying to Bhagwan Hanuman, chanting Hanuman Chalisa every day will be extremely beneficial for you. Also, try to understand one more thing. Libra is a zodiac sign which will be one trine with Mars, but it is also under the aspect of Shani, Saturn. What else is happening during this Mars transit? The end of retrogression of Saturn. This is where it gives you a lot of opportunities, especially if you are involved in manufacturing, if you are involved in real estate, if you are involved in anything that involves pipe, electrical cables, fire units, fire extinguishers, insulators, semiconductors. If you are in any kind of energy related work, you will see that things will smartly move, and blocks of life, that things that were blocking your life will be moved. But will it move automatically? Probably no, because Sun is weak. How will it move? It will need your push, your smart push, your Mrigshira thinking, your out of the box thinking, your dynamic personality, your ability to take initiative and risk and take challenges, but very, very smartly, because one wrong step and the Ketu's presence in the 5th house will simply deplete all the energy of Mars. Also, when Mars goes in Mrigshira Nakshatra, the biggest problem here will be that the mind can make you believe that you would want to expand. You can do anything. It gives this false sense of power also. So geopolitically also you will see some weird situation happening around. But because of Ketu's presence in Libra and Rahu's presence in Aries zodiac sign, on one hand, Rahu and Mars will work together to give you more, to push you towards more, to do something that is more, I will say, luxurious, something that is more lavish, something that is more promising. But on the other hand, if you fail to understand what Ketu has to offer, what Ketu is going to bring in your life, that means slowness. You need to get rid of something to gain something. So it's like a complete rejuvenation. then you will see that you will be missing the bus. You will apply the effort but won't get the result. So be very careful on that part. Also, you have to cut down on your calories. You need to be more active, and you need to tire your brain also. Otherwise, overactive body will not fall asleep, especially if you are somehow related to Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius ascendant. That trine have to be very, very careful. Overall, this Mars transit in the sign of Gemini seems to be very promising, but also can pose dynamic challenges. For those people who want a lot of stability in their life, this is not a good transit, because this is actually the time to grow, to act, to run, to move fast, but without any hope. It is just like I'm doing karma and I'm not focusing on the result, but I know the consequences of the karma, so my karma should be all right. But I'm not focusing on result. What will I get after I do the karma, or when I will get the karma? Then Mars will act in a positive manner. But if you want to make your Mars negative, like a lot of anger, frustration, a lot of comparison, you're trying to run everywhere, trying to do everything all at once, or trying to absorb too many things, bringing too many things on your plate, then you are actually doing exactly the opposite, and you are going to make this Martian energy negative. Remember, this is a portal of energy, and how you use will show how you get the result. People who are not involved in career, people who are students, if you are a student, if you are a housewife, you need to utilize this time to increase the spiritual and educational aspects of life. So read different books, read interesting, knowledgeable books. If you cannot go out, at least watch some travel videos, gain more information, because Mars in Mrigshira is energy all over the place. It's energy that is being put to different use. But just like a normal human being, you should also know your capacity. So if you can perform, let's say, 3 tasks, do that 3 tasks only. Don't take 5 tasks as a responsibility. Prioritization of the task will be a big problem during this less than a month period. Now, in spite of Mars not going into Gemini, further more than say 2 degrees, that means the planet is in Balyavastha, childlike state in Gemini, still it has great significance. Because Sun will also make its shift just after Mars comes to Taurus zodiac sign. Sun will be also ending its journey in Libra by that time. So you must understand that the eclipse on Libra, the end of debilitation of Saturn, Mars 8th aspect on Shani, Mars will find Rahu 11th from itself. Also, Mars will be in Gemini and Jupiter will be retrograde in the sign of Pisces. And Jupiter will also give a lot of strength to Mars, because remember, now second house from Mars is getting the full aspect of Jupiter. So for Mars, the resource is available. So you will have that resources made available to you. If not 100%, at least the bare minimum will be given to you, and now you will have to make the best use of it. So the perfect way to solve your life's problem is, whatever you have now, start acting immediately on that. Don't wait for something to come in your way. Unless you are running a Mahadasha and Antardasha, where you are suggested to wait. Because transits will only work at best when you see your Mahadasha or Antardasha. Because transit is like you go to a restaurant and then how's your experience? But whether you will be able to reach that restaurant is your Mahadasha or Antardasha. So if you are running a Mars Mahadasha, Antardasha, if your Mars is in Gemini, or if you're running a Gemini Chardasha, then these energies become more dominant on you. Otherwise, you need to see where Gemini is in your birth chart and act accordingly. I will make an ascendant wise video that will come very soon on this channel. But you have to understand first that from the academic purpose, from the educational purpose, how is this Mars so strong? Remember, Mars gains a lot of strength in the natural third house. That gains the courage. But the problem is, a lot of people will do some stupid acts, thinking they are courageous, thinking they are, powerful. This false sense of power will be cross-checked by Shani, because remember, right now Mars may have an 8th aspect on Saturn, but the moment Mars falls into Taurus, Shani becomes Mars Dharma Lord. Saturn will become a very, very strict punisher to any activity done because of hyperactivity, anxiety, inflammation of desire. So you need to, lie down, go very humble, go slow in all of the activity, in spite of whatever is happening in your life. If something is happening automatically, I will say yes, enjoy, ride the wave, but then also you have to always remain grounded. Walking barefoot foot on the green grass, on the sand, on the soil, doing some grounding meditation is going to be extremely helpful during this energy-packed time. I hope you like this analysis, and I hope this analysis helps you in some or the other way. Please write your views in the comment section below and your experiences about the Mars transit, even after a few days of this video getting uploaded. That will also help other people who are watching this video understand how Mars interacts with your birth chart, how it expresses. What I'm saying is the theme of the transit. Thank you for watching this video till this end. We'll meet you in the next video. For the extended cut of this video, you can watch that in my Patreon channel, which supports Punneit's Astrology YouTube channel. Join my Patreon channel. The link is in the description box below, where you will get the extended version, some more insights into this transit. That part I have to upload on Patreon because maybe that is not good for everybody. It might be slightly negative. I will explain a bit negative side of this Mars transit. So thank you for watching this video. We'll meet you in the next video. Till then, this is your Punneit. Namaste.